Oh yeah.
Ooh yeah. What's the lowest you can go, Sean?
Go on.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
I don't think anyone can beat Sean's.
Oh no, I can't.
I reckon Ben could.
Oh no, I can't.
Go
I
on.
really can't. Oh yeah.
That's good. That was good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You got a good one, Jack.
Thanks.
I think yours was the best though.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think you won that one, Ben.
Oh yeah.
Hello. This is another episode of What Sean Says, starring me, No Styles.
Big wreck.
Dick Dragon.
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Ding dong.
Right, are we ready?
Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Shall we commence
Should we
Commence with what?
Yeah.
Our
What are we
podcast.
commencing
With
with?
the party.
the podcast?
Guess the whole reason why we're around my house
The
today,
podcast.
Ben, is to do the podcast.
Is that what you are to you? Just workers? Slaves?
So to me, you guys are just people that I work with now.
No,
Like, this
you,
is
you're using us so you can
Yeah.
show the people at your job how good you are.
just how stupid
Yeah.
you guys are as well.
Do you know what, Carl? Shall we just make our own, just the three of us?
Yeah, we don't have to put up with
Yeah.
this. Jack.
Okay,
Let's just ignore that guy at the end there. It doesn't
Yeah,
count.
Jack definitely does use us. Like the
Yeah.
time he bought this microphone. I didn't even say I wanted the microphone. He's like, Sean, I bought the microphone, mate. Can you transfer 80 quid to my account? I didn't even want it.
You wanted this podcast to happen more than I did as well. You really
I
wanted
didn't even
this.
reply to your message.
You like mate. You act all
ignored
like, oh, I don't want to do this podcast, and really, because you're the limelight, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
you love the limelight.
No, I did not want to give that £80 away. But
You did.
I did.
I mean, it took you about 5 days that you. I'll transfer it tonight, mate. Didn't transfer it. I didn't even remind him, and he's like, "No, mate." He messaged me in the evening. So I'll transfer it tonight. Didn't get it. The next day, I would get the same message, and again for the next 5 days until he actually transferred. Well, he didn't actually transfer it to me, did you, Sean?
No.
You gave me cash on hand. But then what you did do was every time I asked you to get me, we was in a restaurant. You said, "Don't worry, mate. I'll get this meal, but then I owe you less back." So basically, I'm paying for my own meal. That's what it was, wasn't it, Sean?
yes, because you were stingy.
So he wasn't being generous at all.
No, I
he was
wasn't
just-
being generous.
I thought he was being generous at the time.
No, because you're the one who mugged me off. You made me pay money for something I didn't want.
Let's be honest. We've made 3 great episodes. We haven't seen the 3rd one yet, and you haven't even seen any of them, Sean. To be honest, you're
come
too.
on, Sean. Tell us why you won't watch any of them. Why won't you watch any of them?
No, I don't know.
You
Don't want to fall in love with myself.
Yeah, I fall in love with you every day, Sean. You know, you're a good guy. You're a good good person to have on this show.
Oh, thank you.
Great asset, isn't that right?
What would you say your greatest asset is to the show, Sean? What is the greatest thing about you?
Interesting.
That is a tough one.
Go on.
Smile.
The smile. You still have a nice smile, to be fair.
Do your best smile to your camera. Wow, that was beautiful right there. I just hope they got that one. Do you want to do another one just
No,
in case?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
The people that watch Truth or Dare will know what that smile was.
The horror film.
Oh yeah, tell us about the film, Sean. How was it?
I don't know. I don't want to give away any spoilers.
Well, you watch loads of films now. I can't keep up with the films that you've watched. Is that your only answer?
I mean,
to
you've
that?
killed that conversation.
I've just
didn't you,
killed that
Jack?
conversation.
That one's gone.
I'm literally.
You're right, mate.
Is that what you do at your work? Excuse me, mate. Can I have an update of the ticket that you're looking into for me?
Literally.
That's what I do when I'm confused. Or just have nothing.
In the middle of a presentation at your work, just look at something and go,
Hey, how did I just confuse you then?
Not confuse me, but it takes me a time to process things, and
Oh, okay.
by the time I've thought of a response, I feel like it's been too long to say what I was thinking of saying.
you just say, instead.
Yeah, so that's what you came out with. That was the best answer you could come out with. Was, You're trying your best, you are. Mate.
You're trying, yeah.
I am trying.
He's doing really well, isn't he, guys? He's doing really well at the podcast, don't you think? Yeah, see, they're all nodding there. So this week's subject is basically, well, we spoke about it last week, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
Guess
At
what
the
that
end
is,
of last
guys?
episode.
Any ideas? You had, sex
No.
education.
Sex education.
I was waiting for one of you to say that, just to
Yeah.
be like, oh, sex education.
Oh,
but
what,
no,
you
I-
want it to all be streamlined? And-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this week about sex education, Sean shares us with this week his top 10 sex tips, or top best sex tips.
Yeah, it doesn't even
Yeah.
have to be like good practice, like
Yeah.
just staying safe.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be top 10, sorry, I didn't mean to put that one out there. It could be your best top sex tips. When I get my
Okay.
words out, finally.
Okay.
Let me just start with number 1.
Okay.
The best sex position for the man is called the the water flow or something like that.
How-
Okay, you have to. What is the water?
Yeah, I have no idea
I
what you're
don't know.
talking
Well,
about.
no, let me get into it first.
Yeah, 'cause
But I don't know. Water flow is definitely not the right name. The river. We'll call it the river.
the River Nile.
The River Nile. We'll call it the River Nile. And essentially what happens is the man sits on the sofa and then he leans back off the sofa, so his bum's on the sofa and his head's on the floor. So his
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
and the woman sits on top of him,
Yeah.
obviously, and it raises blood to both heads. So obviously the blood's going to your head and your other head.
Your other head.
And then if you orgasm in that state,
Yeah.
apparently it's like something you've never felt before for the guys.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so you have to give it a go and give it.
Okay.
But for the girls, there's a different sex position. But I haven't got to that one.
Is that what you
okay.
just?
Well, that one's for the guys.
Is that what you just
okay.
read on Google like 10 minutes
That's not
before we
what
started?
That's not what I read on Google. But I
You
did
sure?
read
Have you
something
tried it,
interesting.
Sean?
I haven't tried that one yet.
Oh.
No, you're
Are
still
you-
trying to move off missionary.
Are you going to try that?
I might try it,
Might try it.
and I'll give you.
It sounds like it could be uncomfortable. I might just neck ache or something like
Yeah.
that.
That's true. That's
No.
the point.
Brilliant there. Fantastic.
That's a
set.
great.
Oh, that's my sex tip number one. What about
No,
yours?
I'm not me. It's
Whoa, no!
Whoa,
this is
whoa,
Shawnee
whoa,
I'm
T.
whoa,
giving the
whoa.
whole 10 tips, am I?
What
It says-
Sean
no, not
says.
the whole 10 tips. Your best at tips, mate.
My
don't
best
Don't be
tips.
pressurised to do 10.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh no, I feel really awkward saying it now for some reason.
Go on. That's good though. We need your
Go on, just try
awkwardness
and
in
say it,
this.
Sean.
No, I feel really awkward saying it.
So tip number 2, Sean.
Tip number 2.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't say it.
Why can't you
Just
say it?
It's
can't
just
say
a
it.
word.
I haven't even got 10 tips. Now I have to think of 10
I didn't
tips.
say 10 tips. I didn't say 10 tips, Sean.
What did you say?
I just said your best tip. I didn't mean to say 10 the first time.
I like it, Sean. Your one tip is I really want to do this one position. I don't care about the other 10 tips. Mine don't matter.
care
Just
about-
this one.
That is it. I like to be standard, just doing the same thing every time. I don't know.
Stand.
Don't like to mix it
How
up.
Charlotte's like, Sean, talk direct to me, and you're just like, I'm going to give you the standard.
Just a standard tip.
Jack, in the rare occurrence that when you know when you have sex, what do you like to do?
The rare occurrence when I have sex, mate.
You know when it's not your hand.
Tell the VR.
Yeah,
mate.
come on.
We know.
Tell the
Oh,
VR.
VR.
Yeah, you're always on your VR set.
The VR headset. I've tried it once.
No, you said
Never
you use
again.
it all the time, and then you made me wear it last time I came to your house.
No, I did not make you.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Wait, what
I
did
didn't
you
make
get
it.
up
You
to?
make it sound as
you
if.
know when you pull
Yeah.
like goggles off swimming, they go. It's the same thing with that, even though it's foam ran out.
You know, I don't actually make you sit and wear and
Jack
watch.
just look at you and go, "Go on, Carl, give this a go." And oh, I can feel it. It's really real.
So is this it? Is this automatically my next sex tip? I didn't even choose this tip, but you guys have chosen it for me. Thanks very
Yeah,
much.
there you
guys.
go. Just helping you out, mate.
Thanks,
That's
mate.
what are friends for, eh?
What are friends for? You guys are good friends. You know that. Thanks for that.
Is that what you do when you bring girls around and they see the VR? Oh, what's that?
Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Every guy does it at some point in their life. It's VR. I mean, you've got to try it. Ben, you said you tried it many times.
I haven't said I've tried haven't.
Just to clarify, he hasn't really done it many times.
I've also got another little story that I heard through the grapevine about you, Sean.
What's that?
Is that you purchased a fleshlight, used it, and washed it in your mum's dishwasher?
I didn't do that.
I was told by several people. So then you used it and then put it in your mum's dishwasher.
Nope. I diced it up and chucked it away.
What, you
Why
diced it?
would you cut it up?
Why
for?
would you cut a
Why would you
fleshlight
just
up
chuck
for?
it
So people
away?
don't know what it is.
So you use your mum's kitchen accessories to dice up a...
You
No, I
think the
didn't-
bin man's going to go through your rubbish and judge you?
If somebody opens it and there's a vagina in there, they're going to be surprised.
It's not a real one, is it?
Yeah, I know, but it's not going to be a pleasant surprise, would it?
Especially if your mum walked in and you're just dicing it up to say, don't mind me, mum.
Just cutting it up a little bit. Ready to throw away.
But you'd be surprised. I noticed as I was cutting it up, there is a lot of weird circles, not circles, but little lumps in there.
Like, what kind of lumps, Sean? Is this like bodily fluid lumps or actually from the mechanism?
Actually, in the fleshlight, in the vagina, there's loads of lumps everywhere.
Was this after you used it or before you used it?
I never used it.
Oh, a scratch on the head says everything.
Yeah, there was quite a long pause there, wasn't there?
Do I admit to this?
Is this something I can say in the podcast, or is it something I should keep out of the podcast?
Nah, it must be like some sort of ribbed effect for the feeling. I don't know. Have you seen the girl who actually got interviewed for being the person who had her vagina modelled on it? She actually walked around the factory, and then when they asked her if what she feel about guys doing it, she was like, yeah. She actually really enjoyed the thought that guys were getting off with it. So it made her feel proud about her vagina. And I thought, that's like surreal. Could you imagine, like...
How do you mould one?
Yeah, how would you mould a vagina?
Yeah, how would that...
How would
that's
you mould
impossible.
it?
I don't know.
Would you just like put clay up there and just like bring it out? But,
I mean,
okay,
you've had
that's
a
like
lot of stuff shoved up you.
clay up there?
Well, like, I have had nothing.
Cameras, Lego. You
Yeah,
put lots of stuff. You said you could get about 12 bits of Lego in your bum, didn't you?
12 bits of Lego.
Let's not go back to that conversation now, shall we?
Actually, shall we explain why we're making this joke, Jack?
Okay.
Do you want to tell everyone why we're making this joke?
Okay, so I had a very bad surgery, which is very serious surgery, and these guys just can't help but take the piss out of me for it. Obviously, I had a lot of stuff cut out of my body, stuff that isn't normally get cut out of your body, and my rectum has been shrunk down to probably about this big, 6 inches. Or probably less than that, probably about Carl's penis size, about 3 inches, I'd say. Not much at all.
Oh, close.
So basically, I've had to have a few things shoved up my ass. Yeah, yeah, it's very funny, isn't it? I've had to have cameras shoved up my ass. I've had water shoved up my ass. I've had loads of things shoved up. I've had anything shoved up my ass.
You didn't tell us all of this. We just knew about the camera.
Yeah, I mean, well, I've had loads of things shoved
You've
up.
treated yourself to a colonic in the meantime.
I actually had a doctor who was Asian, looked like Sean, put his finger up my ass.
And are you sure it wasn't Sean when you were on the drugs?
Yeah.
I was really worried because I was kind of under, the drugs and
Is
everything.
it actually part of the examination? Or?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
like,
sure
we
you
need
just didn't
to-
hear Sean coming and go,
Just footsteps in the back. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? And he's there with his finger. Not even one of those, latex gloves. He didn't even wear one of
So,
them.
what does it feel like? Oh, he just stuck his bare finger in your ass?
No, I was joking.
Oh,
okay.
I was
Oh
joking
my
about
God.
that. Okay, I
Are
can't say
you
that.
sure?
That is disgusting.
I was
Yeah.
joking about
What's
that
wrong
one,
with you?
guys. All right, he didn't use his. Obviously not.
Could you imagine if a doctor did that to it? Smell this.
My ass. But yeah, he shoved his finger up my ass, and he had to do some tests, and pretty much that's the whole story. And since that day, I've not lived down like stuff being shoved up my ass. Like,
Did you finish though?
I did not finish. Especially the war, that felt awful. God, I felt like inflating like a balloon. That was
Really?
crazy. Yeah, I felt like a.
Filled you up good and proper, did they?
I remember they filling me up with I remember them filling me up with water, and then straight after I went straight to the toilet. Kyle, mate, I've got all your tea stains on me. Oh, you motherfucker! Oh, you're chewing it down your teeth.
Why? What the hell?
I've got tea droplets on my side, but whenever I go wipe them, loads of drool comes off it as well.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Could you just imagine if Jack had actually been tricked into some sort of orgy?
The doctor comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were going to examine your ass, and then in comes in like a few other men
Yeah.
in like leather. I'm trying to clean up your brain desk. Oh God, it's disgusting.
Yeah,
But so we was talking about sex tips here.
Okay.
Okay.
Always check that you've turned your volume off before masturbating to pornography.
Why would you listen to pornography with no volume?
What if there's other people in the house?
Mm,
What, you have yours
Put
full bore,
headphones
do
in.
you? Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, why? You listen to silent porno.
It's like watching
I've
two
been missing out all
mimes.
these years. Look at Ben's face.
I'm just confused what you two are talking about. Do you not watch porn with volume on? Or?
Yeah, I have to make the noises. I imagine that's what people do when they have sex. I have no idea anymore.
Watching whale porn, is that? Or bit of bestiality, that is. That's what that sounded like.
So use your imagination to picture the. It's basically just watching two
Yeah,
mimes
just use
have
your
sex.
Imagination.
Use your imagination.
I gave you a volume, and then there was a revelation of headphones. Like what?
Make sure you turn the volume
Technology
down.
is so advanced these days.
So you didn't know that you could use headphones to listen to pornography with, did you? So
Well, I didn't put two and two together. You see.
You're so behind all the times. You're worse than my granddad. Sean's sex situation, remember that? Higher?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
we definitely
yeah.
need to
Definitely
bring
need to
that
Tell
mention
up.
everyone
that.
that story.
I don't want the whole world to hear my story.
You will not want to.
I might be awkward.
Alright.
Explain.
We don't have to put it in.
So, just
Oh my god! When I get awkward, I go hard, not hard.
No, not while we're all sitting here, Sean. I can see right into your
Not
eyes from
hard.
there.
I didn't mean that.
Not whilst you're here, Sean. Please, not
Well, at
whilst
least
you're
we
here.
know what arouses Sean.
I meant
if you
tense.
do, just don't look me directly in the eye. please.
Yeah, please don't look my way over, Sean.
I meant tense. I go with tense a minute.
Hard and tense.
Hard.
So can we just make? Do you not want to talk about it?
No, I don't think so.
That's alright. We'll
That's
move
fine.
on.
We won't talk
We'll
about
move
it.
on.
We won't talk about it.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to push Sean into doing things he
No.
doesn't want to do.
Yeah, otherwise he might get hard.
He might get
Yeah, we don't want to get hard.
He might get all hardened up. You know, we don't.
I
Want
don't
that,
know. I just get really, I don't know, tense and like really weird at speaking once I'm get nervous or don't want to do something.
Sean. Anyone got any more sex tips to add to this podcast while we're still
No,
filming?
that's
I got a sex tip.
Oh,
It's not necessarily a sex tip, but something I read.
okay.
So, as a woman, if you sleep down on your stomach and you have big tits, if you do that for a long time, they will deform.
how's that a sex tip?
Ladies,
Ladies, if you want to deform your tits, this is the way to
no,
do it.
it's a tip not to sleep on your stomach. That's the tip.
Otherwise you'll get deformed tits.
Like squish.
What the fuck kind of sex tip was that?
If you sleep on
I've got a sex tip.
if you sleep on your side as well and you don't put a pillow there to support it, it also go like sideways.
Is that what you've been telling Charlotte, or
No, this is just a recent fact I found out myself.
Where did you
where?
find?
How?
I googled it and Kyle saw me Google it.
You googled it.
There was one saying something about erect nipples on there. I don't know what that was.
What did you Google search?
Sex tips.
What?